Hey guys, welcome. It is Lindsay Colomb. I am here to give you a really awesome quick overview of this magnificent comp plan. I am so excited to explain this because I know a lot of you are probably coming from another company and you're probably curious on how it's going to be understanding a whole new comp plan, but I promise you it is not as different as you expect, but it has a ton of added bonuses. So let's go through what we're going to go over today. I'm not going to do all the ranks. I don't believe that's something that is smart to do, especially with new beauty guides. So I wanted to just go over the first grouping up to the leadership level, just so it's not overwhelming, so you get the gist of it, and then we'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what the last three ranks encompass. So the ranks we're going to be covering today are beauty guide and training, which is what you are as a brand new beauty guide, lead beauty guide, star beauty guide, and a director. Okay, so we're going to go over these 5 ranks and sum them up pretty simply, show you how you get paid, show you what you need to get paid, and what kind of bonuses are in store for you. So first and foremost, the one thing that I think is most important is goal setting and your focus. I want you guys to always focus on the task at hand, okay? I don't want you focusing too far ahead because if you don't focus on the task at hand, it'll make the overall goal seem further than it actually is. So that is one thing that I've always trained on, is one step at a time. You knock out one goal and then you move to the next. And that's exactly how I would like you guys to do this. So let's first really quick talk about the Fast Start program, because this is absolutely phenomenal and it's really important that you guys understand how this works. It's got a lot of steps and there's a lot of potential to earn a ton of stuff. So the first step to hitting the first portion of the Fast Start is getting $1,000 in your first 30 days. This is totally doable, especially at our price point and with the products that we have, insanely doable. You could do this at your launch home party, period. I mean, it's just that simple. If you do your $1,000 in your first 30 days, you're going to get $100 in product credit, and that's suggested retail value. So you're not getting it in wholesale value, you're going to get $100 in retail value, and a $50 marketing material credit, which is amazing. The next step is if you enroll one beauty guide in training who promotes to beauty guide in her first 60 days, you will get $50 in product and $50 in cash. Next step you get, if you do 3,000 personal retail volume in your first 60 days, you're going to get $100 in product credit, $50 in marketing material. If you enroll a total of 2 or more beauty guide in trainings who promote to beauty guide in your first 90 days, you're going to get $100 in product credit and $100 in cash. And then the last one is achieving the rank of Star Beauty Guide within your first 3 months. You'll get $100 in cash, and if you do it in 2 months, you'll get $200 in cash. Here is the added bonus, and this is where we are so awesome and so different. In addition to the Fast Start perks, to ensure that you're giving your new girls full support, I mean like total full support, you'll get 100% match on the cash and the marketing materials if they hit Fast Start. So every time one of your girls that you personally sponsor achieves a Fast Start milestone, not only will she get rewarded, but so will you for helping her get there. Isn't that phenomenal? Like, I am in total love with this Fast Start Match program, because not only is it rewarding you to help your team, but it's encouraging you to really work hand in hand with your new girls and show her and encourage her to do and start her business off right. It's brilliant. Everything about this compensation plan is completely brilliant because it starts you from day one on the right path to leadership. It starts you on day one doing it the right way, and it rewards you for helping everybody. All right, so let's talk about your current rank. You're a beauty guide in training, right? It's an introductory rank. That's what you are when you sign up. When you get your kit, you sign up, you're a beauty guide in training. You're going to get 20% commission, and you're a beauty guide in training up to your first $1,000 in lifetime personal retail volume. So up to $1,000, you're earning 20%. Get that $1,000 knocked out as quickly as possible. I promise you're going to want to. Host a home party. Buy your on-hand stock of mascara. It is just so incredibly important that you blow through this rank, and you totally can if you set your goals, and if you're out doing the 30 days and 30 faces challenge, you're running a home launch party, or you're running in homes with your girls. You will totally hit this. Once you reach $1,000 in personal sales, you're a beauty guide for life. So that's when you'll never go back to being a beauty guide in training again. And there's no time limit or reset. This one you can take as long as you need, but I highly encourage you to make this an insane goal. Make it your #1 mission in your first 2 weeks. You can totally do this. And that's part of your fast start. All right, so let's define a couple of terms, because the following ranks, there's some terminology that you might not be used to, and I want to define them to make sure that you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. So we're going to define active. To be considered active in a particular month, you achieve a personal sales volume of $300 or more. This can come from personal sales, show sales, or Shine On membership sales. Shine On membership sales is our skincare subscription, so a customer can subscribe to get the skincare at a discount for $40 a month and free shipping delivered to their door monthly. The Shine On program is amazing, and I highly encourage you. The skincare, if you haven't gotten your kit yet, is freaking phenomenal. So it's going to be something that's very easy to sell. The Shine On also saves them, I think, a total of almost $14 a month for their skincare. So it's a huge, huge opportunity for savings, and it's automatic sales for you every single month. All right, so let's define active lines, because we're going to hear this a little bit and when we discuss the next upcoming ranks. So what is an active line? A line is the team that's formed under one of your personally sponsored. So we like to think of them, you might have heard of referred to as legs. So when I sponsor somebody, she and whatever happens beneath her in her company is considered one of my legs, okay? An active line does not mean that your personally sponsored beauty guide needs to have her $300 for the month. That is where it's going to be a little bit different than you might be used to. The system is going to count a line as active as long as at least one person anywhere in that line has their $300 or more, okay? So now I just want to make sure you guys understand that you don't have to rely on your personally sponsored to be active. All it's going to look for is anybody in that line who's at $300 or more, and it will be considered an active line, okay? All right, so let's talk about levels. Levels are pretty easy to follow. You'll understand it. I have a little quick graphic too. But when you sponsor someone, they're on your level 1. Even if someone above you enrolled them and placed them under you, which is something that we have the ability to do at later levels. When your level 1 sponsors someone, that person becomes your level 2, and so on. So let's do a quick graphic. I'm Jane, and I sponsored Liz and Sue and 2 other girls. Those girls are my first line. My second line are the other Leah and Meg. Those girls are in my second line. Pam is in my third line. Kim is in my fourth line. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you kind of understand how the lines work. Think of it as, your front line is your first line. It's a pretty common term for network marketing. So, all right, let's talk about bonus value. You're going to hear this term a lot when it comes to how you're paid out. So each product has a bonus value. It's typically equivalent to 70% of the suggested retail price, think of it as wholesale. So whatever bonus value is wholesale, okay? What is the enroller bonus? This one is going to be really important. So if you personally enrolled Sue, and Sue is awesome and she sells, because you are Sue's enroller, meaning you sponsored Sue, you earn 5% of Sue's bonus value. So whatever Sue sells and her total bonus value for her month, you earn 5% of that, okay? This is going to happen with everybody you enroll personally. And later down the road, you'll have the opportunity, if you do strategic placement, where I can enroll Sue, but if I want Sue to help out my friend Jane, I can place her in Jane's downline. I will still get the enroller bonus for Sue because I'm her enroller, but Sue will get her as her first line. She'll get paid on her as a first line, and we'll get into that. So whoever you enroll, no matter if they're in your first line or you place them elsewhere, you will get 5% of their bonus value every single month, which is huge. All right, so what is total, well, let's look, total group retail value. I want to make sure you guys understand too, is when we're looking at the compensation plan, which you'll get in your kit, you'll get a full overview that totally talks about everything that I'm explaining here. You will notice that, you will notice that everything is in retail, not wholesale. This might be different than what you're used to. So remember that everything is in retail value. Total retail sales volume created by you and your entire downline. So that is your total group retail value. Unlimited depth. This is what you and every person beneath you to the floor has done in sales volume. And it's used to calculate your qualifications for rank promotions and rank maintenance. So when you see the rank qualifications and the numbers, remember those are in retail, not wholesale. All right, so let's talk about becoming a beauty guide. This is once you've achieved $1,000 in lifetime personal retail volume. You're eligible for the enroller bonus. If you're active, you have to be active for the month in order to get that. That's your $300 or more. You're eligible for level bonuses if you're active for the month. You can earn 20 to 35% commission with our enhanced commission opportunity. And your new monthly base level every month is Beauty Guide. You never go back, like I said, to Beauty Guide in training. At the end of the month, you will all reset right back to here, and it starts over again. Most companies, almost every company works this way. So every company actually does work this way. So it should be pretty easy to understand. So I don't know why that went twice. Okay, so let's talk about lead guides. This is going to be your first promotion after hitting Beauty Guide. So what is a lead guide? You must, in order to qualify for a lead guide, have 300 or more in personal retail volume, and that's being active for the month. You need 2 active Beauty Guide lines. That means you need to have sponsored 2 people, and somebody in each of those lines has to at least have done $300 or $300 each. And your total group retail value needs to be $2,500 for the month. What you get is your 20 to 35% commission, depending on what your sales were for the month. You get your 5% enroller bonus and 3% level 1 bonus, meaning that you get 3% on everybody in your level 1. You also get 3% in all of your level 2. All right, let's talk Star Beauty Guide. What do you need for Star Beauty Guide? And a lot of these are repetitive, so I'm just going to kind of blow through them. You have to be active for the month. You have to have 3 active beauty lines. You need 1 lead beauty guide or above, which was the previous rank that we just went over. You need to complete Star Beauty Guide training. They want to make sure that you're totally prepared, and they have tons of training. Trust me, it's simple. You'll love it. And you need a $5,000 total group retail value. Retail, guys, retail. So that is where we're at for Star Beauty Guide. And if you get all of these things, you're going to get your 25 to 30 or 20 to 35% commissions, 5% enroller bonus, 3% level 1, 2, 3, and you're going to get a 2% certified mentor bonus. Now, what the hell is that, right? Let's talk about what the certified mentor bonus is. You have to complete an optional certification training, totally worth it. And in addition, if you complete that, you're going to get 2% additional mentor bonus on all the members of your personal group who are coded to you as their certified mentor. Meaning that, okay, so let me explain this, is you get your certified mentor certification, or you get your certification to be a certified mentor. That means you're eligible for 2% on everybody in your downline that you mentor at this point. This is a reward for you working with your team and helping them and training them and working with them, because they want to make sure that you're rewarded for the work you do with your team, because we all know it takes a ton of work. Now, everybody in that whole group is coded to you. Now, at some point, we're going to have somebody else pop up in your downline who is going to become a certified mentor, right? They're going to hit star, they're going to take their certification training, and they're going to get that. At that point, anyone that is currently in their downline is still coded to you. They always will be, because you were the first. But now, anyone in her group that becomes in new is going to, they're going to then automatically be connected to her. So they will be then coded to her from that point on. So everybody in her downline that you have mentored to that point will always be coded to you. And once she hits, it'll just be the new people who she is specifically mentoring from the start. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But the certified mentor bonus, I think, is brilliant, because it really is going to encourage you girls to really work well with your team and really mentor them. Truly, absolutely mentor them. All right, so let's talk about director. This is a big freaking deal. Director is one of those ranks that's just huge, and it's the leading point to some big, big stuff. So you have to be active, of course. You have to have 4 active beauty lines, 1 lead beauty guide or above, and 1 star beauty guide or above, which is one of each of the previous ranks. You need 10,000 in total group retail value. When you do that, what do you get? You're going to get your commission. You're going to get your 5% enroller bonus, your 3% on your level 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to get your 2% certified mentor bonus. That is incredible. And I took my previous company and I pulled people from my previous company and added and worked all of this in. And it took a long time, because this is totally set up different. But every single person that I moved over and compared the comp plans to made more on this compensation plan than they did on the previous one. And it was absolutely eye-opening to think that just these small little bonuses can make such an incredible difference. All right, so, and you know what, I wonder if I can go back. So let me explain something. Okay, so your 5% enroller bonus is for everyone that you've personally enrolled, which majority of them are going to lie in your level 1, okay? That means most of the people in your level 1, unless actually everybody in your level 1, should be somebody you enrolled. So you're going to get that 5% plus that 3%, okay? Meaning that your level 1 is technically going to be 8% of everything that those people, that their bonus value is. So everything in wholesale that they've sold, you're getting that percentage of. Now, understand that, and once you hit star, which is the rank previous to director, once you hit that, you're eligible for strategic placement. And when you can strategically place, you can place other people. So even if you place them on your level, on somebody on your level 1, you're still going to get that 8% of them, okay? So it's a very, very good thing. And okay, we're not going to get into the next 3 ranks. They're very, very similar. They just have you know, a little bit adjusted qualifications, but it's all pretty much gradual. But they are Beauty Guide Director, which includes a $500 car bonus, a lead Beauty Guide Director, which is a $750 car bonus, and a Star Beauty Guide Director, which is the top of the company, and it is a $1,000 car bonus. It's pretty much, you get the gist of how things rank up, and I'll make a separate video, but I figured this was newer beauty guides watching this, probably brand new, and I didn't want to overwhelm you guys, so I wanted to go through the most important up to that main leadership level, and we will get into the last 3 ranks, and if you want to know more about them, you can look in your training guide that comes with your kit because it has all of it spelled out. But I thank you guys so much for watching. This is an exciting opportunity, and I hope you learned something today, and I hope you're as excited as I am. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.